call the meeting to order. Madam Clerk, call the roll, please.
Mr. Buckner. Here. Reverend Campbell. Here. Mr. Hood.
Here.
Mayor Jones.
Here.
Mr. Mayo. Here. Vice Mayor Miller. Mr. Saunders. Here. Mr. Vogler.
Here.
Mr. Whittle.
We're going to have our invocation, but before we do that, we're going to ask everyone in just a minute to please stand, followed by a pledge of allegiance. But we ask you all to join us tonight in prayer of a moment of silence. We lost two of our comrades. Police officer Chris Agee passed away after his battle with cancer. And our prayers are to his fiance and to his mother. And yesterday we lost one of our social service workers who work in our energy department, Ebony Tucker. To both of your families and your friends, we're praying with you and praying for you. Dr. Miller, we ask that you continue to pray for these families. Ask everyone to please stand. We have a moment of silence, followed by invocation by Vice Mayor Gary Miller. Dr. Miller, before I want the families to hear this prayer, please turn your microphone on, please.
Is that working better? There we go. Okay. And thank also of the two police officers that were killed in New York City this past week and the two police officers that were shot at Bridgewater College today. Protect our first responders. Dear Lord, an invisible enemy has come amongst us. It overwhelms our senses. It steals our health. It takes away our friends and our family members. Many have died. It seems we're helpless to strike back at something we can't see. But instead of fusing our efforts, working together, what do? It's easier to hate someone we can see. It's easier to hate someone because their skin color is different, because they have a different religion, because they don't wear the same clothes we do. Why have we diverted ourselves away from working together to the common good? We must get back to helping each other. It seems easier to hate than help. Please, please, Lord, help us to band together and work together in your name. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Just want to say good evening to Dr. Miller. Thank you so much again to those families. We're praying for you, praying with you. To those of you who are here in the chamber, we want to welcome you all here and say good evening to those of you who are here. To those who are viewing us by River City TV and Facebook, we want to say good evening to you as well. Council, I want to take a second and do something right quick. Councilman Saunders, if you would go to the podium, please. I just want to talk to you for a second. If you would go to the podium right there, please, sir. It's awesome when one mayor get to have another mayor go to the podium. We're going to have a dialogue. Feels pretty good. Just want to say to those of you who are viewing, to council members and to the city staff, tonight, Barry Mayo and I had an opportunity, and we kind of played a little joke on Sherman. Thank you to his wife, Sandy. So if we're in trouble, she's going to be in trouble, too. A couple of weeks ago, I realized and recognized that February 1st was Black History Month, the beginning of Black History Month. And Lee, I want to thank you for giving me this idea, because something that you said a couple of weeks ago, you and your committee talked about how you honored one of our local doctors as a Citizen of the Year. And oftentimes I recognize and I see these accolades being given to so many persons in our community. And I said to myself, what better recognition to give than to give to one of our own? Tonight, I want to honor you, sir. I want to thank you for all that you've given, and I just want to tell this community a little bit about you. James Buckner almost spoiled the surprise, running in here talking about the bikers are coming, the bikers are coming. And most of the time, he and I are on the same page, but Buck, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you. And so as Sherman was giving us a history of what was going on back in the day, Sherman is very smart. He stopped, he said, Buck just threw me off. What bikers? Sir, we want to pause tonight. And I want to say thank you on behalf of the city and the citizens of this city. What many people don't know when you talk about black history and celebrating black history, it's also American history. And to have a living legend among us. Sherman had an opportunity to work at Goodyear. And Goodyear, he had a dream that he wanted to follow the dream of Dr. Martin Luther King. At Goodyear, he was making a whole lot of money. I won't tell you how much. But he decided when he got the call from PCCA, he got that calling, and he wanted to help people. He wanted to help people because watching Dr. King and his mother and his brother and members of his cousins and everybody what they're doing in the community to make a difference, Sherman said, that's what I want to be, and that's what I want to do. And over 2 decades in this community, you made that difference. 22 years, 8 years as mayor, 2 years as vice mayor. And you continue. I looked at all the boards and commissions that he served on, recognized all over the state. We talked about his travels across the country. At the last minute, the governor asked him to introduce him at the last minute. Talk about someone, young people, when you're talking about a living legend, you talk about someone who grew up poor, who grew up with an outhouse. Young people don't know what that is. He decided to go to the military and wanted to make a difference with his family. He created an allotment. An allotment, young people, is when he sent money back home to help his family get toilet inside the house. Then on the top of that, he wanted to make a difference in his community. And he decided to run for city council, and the citizens voted him for city council. And he stated to the council members last week, 2 weeks ago, in closed session, in work session, he looked over here at me and he said, what many people don't know, but I do know, is no one understands what a mayor goes through. But I understand what a mayor goes through because I was in that position for 8 years. And I left here thinking about that and how blessed I am and how blessed I was to have somebody who understands. But it's not about me tonight. So I want to present to you a gift from me and my family, citizens of this city. And then there are others who wants to present you a gift. But again, before I introduce them, I want to tell you, your wife had a part of Mayo and I ambushing you tonight. So if you get mad, be mad with all of us. So I'm coming to present you a gift, and then I'm going to ask those others. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to save my presentation to last. And so I got some persons who are going to come and present you a gift. And Tommy, you all come on forward now.
Good evening. Tommy Bennett, President of NAACP. And I would just like to say my life was all over the place. And working at Attorney Ruth Harvey's office, and at the end of that, Attorney Harvey moved to Washington, D.C., and I said, what do I do next? And one day I got a call from Pittsylvania County Community Action. It was August 1977. It was Sherman Saunders. Said, you have an interview in my office at 9 o'clock. And I got a job as Assistant Director over Senior Services. I was all over the county in Danville with buses full of senior citizens. I had a ball. Thank you to Sherman was the start of my life. After that, not knowing that I would become a nursing home administrator because of this man right here behind me. So I would like to just take a moment to give Sherman the Man of the Year, the NAACP Award.
Wow.
Will you read it?
On behalf of the Danville branch of the NAACP, we honor you tonight with the Humanitarian Award. City Councilman Sherman Saunders, for your outstanding and exemplary contribution of time, your personal efforts, and energetic personality and dedication to the community, 2022. Tommy R. Bennett, President.
All of the, Sherman, all of the,
Say thank you for all of this, and I say please tell Dominion Power, okay, to send a check to Danville. They have more money than we do, so we appreciate that. And Mr. President Bennett, thank you. I remember that day, and you haven't changed a bit. You're still helping people, and you too have worked all over the United States, and thank you very much. And young lady, what can I say about you? Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
no, well, Sherman, I'm going to present this to you. Barry, take this to Sherman, please. And then,
And I got to say, thank you, Sandy, for helping us trick Sherman tonight.
we,
Thank you.
sir, we want to present that to you as well. And I need one more thing from you, and then I'm going to ask pictures for the motorcycle family. But I need you to do me a favor.
Okay.
Dr. Mickles and Dr. Harrison have no idea what I'm about to do. So I'm going to ask Dr. Mickles and Dr. Harrison to please come forth on this February 1st. Dr. Mickles and Dr. Harrison. Dr. Mickles and Dr. Harrison. Brian, I need you to come see me, Brian. Come see me. Lee, I want you to join, Doc, if you don't mind. Our number one priority is education. And Dr. Mickles, welcome. Dr. Harrison, welcome. Our council members and Councilman Saunders, we want to pin you all with our seal and thank you for all the work you do in education.
Thank you very much.
And ladies, please feel free to make any comments that you would like to. I didn't mean to catch you off guard.
Thank you very much. I was going to say, ordinarily I would have a little speech written, something in mind, but I just want to say, first of all, good evening to everybody, and I'm so glad I'm here. This was a surprise, but we really do appreciate it. And we feel that in the city of Danville, we are, and I say we because I'm part of the big family here in Danville, we are ready to move this city forward. If you already have a great trajectory going on, and I'm glad to be part of it. Education is going to play a great part in what we do for our city and our surrounding areas in the Danville community, and we are just looking forward to working with you all. We know that you all are supporters, strong supporters of education and training, and we are going to be part of that. So thank you so very much, and look forward to hearing more from Danville Community College. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. What a surprise. Councilman Saunders, we love you. Mm-hmm. Congratulations. This is really a surprise. And I want to thank you. And we do feel the love and we do feel the support. And that means a lot when we can work together. And this lady is new to our community, but already work together on a very special project in early college. Our high school students will graduate in 2 years with an associate's degree and a diploma, and that's teamwork. And that's all of us being able to support our children.
That's
so
right.
Just know we're working together.
Right.
Thank you so much. Councilman Saunders is all yours.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I think that many of you may know, some of you may know, I grew up on the farm in Ringo, and I grew up plowing with mules. Never thought I would be standing between two lovely ladies, two doctors. I mean, I am just as honored as I can be. And Mr. Mayor, and those who are watching, I'm sorry about all this time, but this was certainly not expected at all. I got to find out who was behind all this, other than Mr. Mayor, of course. I would like to ask our president, if I could, Mr. Mayor.
Please.
Tim Brown, and my bride, who was in her house coat and gown when I left to come down here, didn't know she was coming. Also, our road captain and our secretary, if you'll come down, please, and I really appreciate that. First Lady, please join the president.
To all of the motorcycle family, would you all stand so we can applaud you? Thank you all for being a part of this for us.
Good evening. We greatly appreciate y'all having us here. I am Dr. Brown, president of the Motorcycle Club. Mr. BLT Man is our vice president, and I will say he is always dedicated to trying to do something helpful in the city. He often calls me and says, "Hey, Doc, can we do this for the city?" I say, "You got it, whatever you need." He loves being at every event, trying to get us to participate in as much as possible. He is honestly a dedicated man towards this city, and we are honored to have him.
Thank you. Thank you all for your partnership.
They said that they agree with everything. You know me as Sherman Saunders. All the Blackers know me as the BLT man. And the BLT stands for bologna, lettuce, and tomatoes with Duke mayonnaise, one of my favorite sandwiches. But they are my friends and they are family. And Mr. Mayor, thank you all so much. I realize I have my mask. Actually, I have two masks, but I've had the 2 shots, I've had the booster, and 2 days ago, Dr. Miller tested negative. Okay, so I'm floored. I realize I'm taking up a lot of time, but I tell you, I can't move. So I'll be here for another couple of hours.
That's fine. That's fine. It's your night. It's your night.
But again, Mr. Mayor, to you and to all of council, to Tommy Bennett and to our motorcycle club, to our 2 doctors, and to everyone, thank you so much. And don't forget to tell Dominion Power, young lady, we want that check, okay?
Let's give him another big hand, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Now I hear from Austin. Austin, I don't know how you're going to follow behind that. Austin, I don't know how you're going to follow that. I hope you brought some gifts. Good, you're more than welcome. Good, appreciate you.
Perfect. Yeah, I thought following the pledge was going to be difficult. Now I got to follow that. Like you're setting me up for failure up here. But let's see if we can get this pulled up. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, I'm going to try to not take up too much of y'all's time here. But we came about a year ago to a meeting and introduced ourselves as Danville Baseball Club, LLC. We officially unveiled the Otterbots name on March 16th. There we go. So in just 10 months, I've got a couple of updates for y'all to share. First and foremost, though, I would like to thank everybody in this room, in front of me, behind me, for your steadfast support. Several of the members of our council were at games, have season tickets, threw out first pitches.
If that's the case, why you only have Lee Vogler's picture on here?
Well, I wouldn't say anything. We used that shot that he got of Scotter's backside for a lot of marketing, so it was important for us. No, but we've had a tremendous first 10 months, and as we continue to move forward, as we continue to look to build on everything that this wonderful city is working on, I just wanted to come and thank you once again and let you know a little bit about what we've been up to over at the ballpark. So we have this goal of being a true community champion, right? And to me, that has kind of 2 sides to the coin. The one is being visible constantly, both at the ballpark and at events throughout the community. And the other side of that coin is taking this city and our brand national and international. So over the past 10 months, I think we were able to do that pretty darn well, starting with creating local partnerships, namely amongst them with the Wendell Scott Foundation and the Wendell Scott family. We retired the number 34, the only member of the Otterbots organization that will ever wear the number 34 is Scotter the Otter, who is not only named after Wendell Scott, but also takes on his likeness in the helmet, the gloves, and the shoes. The jersey is a baseball jersey, but everything else about that wonderful, everybody's favorite otter is immediately and exactly the replica of what Wendell Scott wore when he was driving. So to be able to have that partnership, to be able to have that be a focal point of our first season was something that we didn't want to leave out. We wanted to focus on entertainment. We wanted to focus on being a ballpark that was welcoming and inviting and fun, not just for the people that live here, but the people that will eventually be coming here by the millions to visit our great city. Among the promotional highlights of what we do, every single night is a different theme night, and every single inning is a different entertainment aspect. So even if you don't like baseball, we've got something for you. And I'm realizing that I also have a picture of Councilman Hood up here, but he came out and threw out the first pitch as part of our Juneteenth celebration. We actually hosted the first ever Pride Night in the Appalachian League's history, and to be able, again, to partner with a wonderful local organization like Kaleidoscope on that event speaks to those values of trying to work for the community, in the community, and with the community. The July 3rd game was a complete stadium sellout. If you were there, you know we walked off to end the night, followed by that wonderful fireworks show. If you weren't there, I'll go ahead and tell you, March 15th or March 16th, when we put those single game tickets on sale, you're going to want to get them then because they're not going to last very long. We followed up that with, again, more single night promotions. You can see the lines that we had outside the gates. Wonderful support from our first responding agencies, wonderful support from our local partners, and we had a phenomenal intern and game day staff. We also, again, focused on those in-game promotions. So if you have to go to the bathroom, if you have to grab a hot dog, quite honestly, I want you to be doing it while the game's going on because you don't want to miss what we're doing on the field in between the innings. Among those in-game promotions, we were able to highlight every single one of the nonprofits that the United Way of Danville, Pittsylvania County works with, provide them with tickets and on-field exposure to let our fan base know exactly what the nonprofit work going on in this city is. A little bit of numbers for you here. The big ones to focus on, we had over 1,000 people per night inside the ballpark. We had huge nights on weekends. We had big nights during the week. But every single game, we had 1,000+ people inside that ballpark. And most importantly, we had ticket purchasers from 24 states and 166 unique zip codes. So when we talk about taking that brand national and we talk about opening the doors of this city to visitors from all across the country, the ballpark truly is not just a home for everybody within this community, but everybody that's visiting this community as well. Community impact. This obviously speaks to everything that we have done and are trying to do. But just in those 10 months, or actually 11 months now, we have put together both cash and in-kind donations of over $100,000 to local organizations. Our staff members have provided almost 270 hours of community service time. And among other things, we have attended and hosted 95 events. So the goal for this year is to eclipse 100. But again, if there's something going on, either at the ballpark or in the city, we want Scotter, we want the team to be a part of it. We also have focused on joining community organizations, so I am proud to be a member of the After Hours Rotary Club. Thank you to Dr. Hairston and Ann Moore Sparks for having me on the Danville Public Schools Education Foundation Board, and thank you to Jennifer of the United Way for taking our partnership on the field into the community as the 2021-2022 campaign chair, which was a really, really phenomenal experience getting to meet the people that we are actively trying to serve on a nightly basis. Here's just some fun pictures. I won't harp too much on that one, but workforce impact. We talked about our jobs. We talked about who we wanted to see at the ballpark, and this was huge for us. 92% of our game day staff were Gen Z or millennial workforce. We hired through DCC, Averett, and Danville Public Schools, and we will continue to try to do that. I sent out an email with our W-2 information with a survey asking, hey, if you worked for us last year, would you be interested in coming back? 100% of responders to that survey said they were interested in coming back, so hopefully you'll see some familiar faces. And our intern class was largely local as well, whether they're from Danville or Pittsylvania County or attended college locally, being able to focus on that workforce development, providing the leadership for the next generation, not just of political leaders, but also business leaders, and a strong forward-thinking workforce for all the new industry coming into the area. Our partnership with Danville Public Schools, I won't go through every single thing here, but a huge shout out to Dr. Hairston. I was unaware that she was going to be here tonight, but this arguably is the most important and cool thing that we've done. We have the PE teachers from all elementary schools coming to the ballpark tomorrow. We're putting bat and ball sports back on the PE curriculum for elementary school students. We have a reading program.
That's awesome.
Thank you. We have a reading program that is going to kick off later in the spring, where every single elementary and both middle schools will receive presentations from Scotter and Wyatt, who is our on-field MC. He is now a full-time member of our staff, our coordinator of fun, and we're encouraging students to read 360 minutes minimum over the course of the summer to round the bases, to read around the bases, and get some pretty cool prizes along the way. The other activities being at STEAM nights, hosting STEM nights. Again, we want to be a part of the development of this community and the education of our students moving forward. Ballpark events. So yes, we play baseball, but we also host things from everything from private events to large community events. We had a trunk or treat the Friday of Halloween weekend. Almost every vendor ran out of candy. Thank you to Anmore Sparks of the DPS Education Foundation for bringing almost 5,000 pieces of candy to help us get through the almost 800 kids and more than 2,000 people that came to the ballpark on a Friday night in October for a free community event. Back to that partnership with the school system, we hosted a turkey trot fundraiser for the Danville Public Schools Education Foundation. We waived all ballpark rental fees. We donated time. We sold all of the tickets for the event through our ticket system, with 100% of dollars and cents going back to the Education Foundation. And in total, the fundraiser with sponsorships, tickets, and donations raised over $6,600 for scholarships and programs through the Education Foundation. And then we also like to have some fun, so we opened up the ballpark for our season ticket holders to take Christmas pictures with Scotter this year. It was such a hit for everybody that I'm tempted to open it up to the public next year. Hopefully we just don't have a line through the parking lot to keep everybody safe when it's dark at night in the wintertime. And then those private events. So we welcomed motorcycle riders from Moto America while they were over at VIR for a private batting practice experience. We hosted a chamber event, a business at breakfast event. And then arguably the coolest thing, the Sorensen Institute from the University of Virginia came down and made the ballpark and made Danville the focal point of their Southern Virginia regional tours for both their 2020 and 2021 political leadership classes. So again, that's not national, it's statewide, but bringing in 30 to 40 people from around the state that will represent their municipalities and counties on a political level to know and understand exactly what we've got going on in our great city was pretty cool. We also hosted showcase tournaments through the fall, so we had teams from 7 states that came here for the weekend, shopped at our shops, ate at our restaurants, stayed at our hotels. Selfishly, they drank a lot of our beer, or at least a lot of the parents did, but it was a really cool experience to host 10 weekends of high school showcase events, bringing young talent on the baseball field into Danville. Social media, it's important. It's what we do. We have Twitter ambassadors from all 50 states. A lot of those folks are who are buying our merchandise and having us ship it across the country. But we've been picked up by ESPN, MLB Network, Barstool Sports, Fangraphs, NPR, among other national news agencies. Some of them just like the novelty of the name Otterbots, but most of them are really, really intrigued by everything that we're doing. And this is just a snapshot of some of our fans that have taken the brand national. So we've got pictures at MLB ballparks of people wearing Danville Otterbots gear. We've got people at other minor league ballparks wearing Danville Otterbots gear. And we've got somebody literally right now, that picture from Disney World is from 48 hours ago. We've got a fan from Minneapolis, Minnesota wearing Danville Otterbots gear around Disney World in Orlando, Florida right this second. And then last but not least, to kind of cap that double-sided coin of taking a national approach and then also being here for the community, very, very proud to have been awarded the Favorite Family Fun Spot for the Showcase Magazine Rave Awards this year. Again, I kind of think that speaks to everything that we've got going on. So that's the schedule. I'll speed through that. That's available on our website, www.danvilleotterbots.com. And this year, is just going to be bigger, better, bodder. So that's it. I tried to speed through that, but thank you guys again so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Everything, I remember hanging out with you, and everything that you said you wanted to do in Danville, you were doing it. Let's give him another hand, please. Communication from visitors. Any citizen who desires to speak on any item that's not on the agenda may come forward at this time. Any citizen, please state your name and your address for the record, and good evening to you, ma'am.
Good evening, Mayor Jones and council members. I am Kimberly Baldridge. I am the Executive Director for the Danville, Pennsylvania County Habitat for Humanity. Our restore and offices are located at 2805 Riverside Drive in the old Value City. If anybody wants to know where to go to Value City, the old Value City. I'm here tonight with a couple of my board members, Charles Crumpler and Deborah Sievert.
Let's ask them to all stand. May your board members stand. Stand up, please. Let's give them a hand. Welcome.
I have been here before a couple years ago to get approval, and thanks for the approval from the council, to get the property that St. Luke's United Methodist donated to us in this map here. It's in North Danville, which is on the corner of Seminole Drive and Springfield Road. And the zoning on that was changed to a neo-traditional residential for us to be able to build 30 houses in this community. To begin the construction of this first house in what we are calling Habitat Village North in late March of this year, early April. This neighborhood, as I said, will house up to 30 homes and will include a community space. So building a neighborhood encourages the feeling of a community, of belonging and togetherness. Habitat Village North is a significant program for Danville, Pennsylvania Habitat for Humanity due to the positive impact that it will have for these 30 families in our community by offering them a decent place to live. It will create hope and break the cycle of generational poverty for 30 families. So our mission, Habitat's mission, is seeking to bring God's people together by bringing people together to build homes, communities, and hope. And also, we are leading our community forward by empowering families and building hope through equitable access to home ownership. And over the past 30 years, as Danville, Pennsylvania County Habitat has been in existence for the last 30 years in this area, we have built 47 houses in Danville and Pennsylvania County and have renovated 5 houses throughout the city area. And that has helped over 200 family members. So we break that down into family members. These structures are more than just houses, though. They are homes. These are homes that families can grow in. They can create a better quality of life for many years to come. And I hope and know that the City Council will be hopefully involved in this project, and we look forward to what this will bring to our community. Because I know, and I know Earl will second this, that is a huge need in many areas these days, is affordable and decent homes.
I want to say to your board, you and your entire board, I have came by the site twice. 30. Any idea when all of the homes will be built? Do you have a timeline?
So specifically with Phase 1, we have 5 homes that face Seminole Drive, and then 3. So the first 5 homes on Seminole here will begin construction this year. The 8 here will also try to, hopefully by year 2024, 25, we're going to have those 8 homes. And when we get to Phase 2, we will have to build a road. So this process will, in the meantime, this will be the existing 22 homes. Specifically, I would love to give you a date. Our affiliate is normally a 1 house a year, so we're going to really ramp up our services, and obviously that is per funding and volunteer help as well. But I would love to say that we could have this done in 10, 15 years, but obviously, and of course, as we know, the cost of material, if it keeps rising, I'm not really sure what we're going to do, but we are going to make every effort that we can to get this done as quick as possible.
Well, on behalf of council, I'm sure I could share with councilors, 2023, it's so many exciting things happening in the city of Danville. And in 2023, we got Caesars coming, we got White Mill things happening, and now we have these beautiful homes. And I just want to thank you all and your board, because I know it took a lot to do this, but I see some hands up. I thought I saw Wet Madison.
Sure, I went and saw the site, and it's an exciting project. And we were in another conversation where maybe there were some younger folks, Earl, that we could need some hands-on working, I guess, with maybe studying and working on those walls that he was going to get in touch with you about that might be able to come on and help out with the project, which I thought that would have been it'd be nice to coordinate, but I think what y'all are doing are great out there. Thank you.
Yeah, we do actually have a partnership with Danville Community College on the mechanical for the HVAC program. The professor.
You see
Mark
Dr. Mickles
Bryant-
back there just clapping and
So they actually come out, Mark Bryant is the professor, and he this is actually lab work for his students, so it's great. It's hands-on learning for the students, and obviously it helps us with not having to pay for the labor. I'm working on seeing if they have an electrical and also a plumbing program, so that would be truly awesome for this project.
I see Dr. Harrison and Joyce Cully back there saying, get us too. Councilman Vogler.
Kim, thank you so much for
Yes.
coming and presenting this and letting folks know, about the great work. I think folks are aware of what Habitat does, but I think, this project in particularly, as exciting as it is, and as you said, when it's not just a house for someone, it is and even more than a home. I mean, it is a life-changing thing in someone's life to be able to have that stable place to go to. It just changes the lives of those individuals, the 200 plus that you've mentioned over the years, and of course now with this project to be able to reach even more people in a shorter amount of time. It's incredibly exciting, and I can't thank you guys enough for what you're doing.
Councilman Campbell.
Yes, Kim and Charles, and to your staff, I just want to ditto what everyone else has said also. We do know that there's a shortage of houses in our community, and there's such a need for homes. It makes a difference in our community. I remember in my area where our church is, used to be a project area. Now to see the houses there and the changing of our community, it really changes the community when people are able to own their
Yes.
own house
Yes.
to become a home. I just want to commend you what you're doing and keep the work up, and I'm most definitely praying for you.
Thank you. We need that.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.
Councilman Saunders.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just want to say thank you for helping families, for helping people. You're certainly helping our city and our region. I think most of us know home ownership is a major step in independence, financial independence. So thank you so much for doing that. We really appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you
Councilman
so much.
Buckner.
Yeah, one thing most folks have neglected to speak on, and I'm going to brag on your staff at your store, and the things that you guys do down there are just absolutely incredible. As someone who has a couple of rental properties, Mr. Woodall, I'm sure you've used them as well several times, to donate and to go pick up some unique products when you need them at just a fraction of the cost. I mean, you guys do some really cool stuff down there, and it's like a scavenger hunt. You never know what you're going to find when you go down there. And my wife will tell you, I bring home things that I never knew I needed, and she wish I never would have drug home from there. But thank you guys for that. Thank you for the work that you guys do in the community. I look forward to seeing this. I was raised in that neighborhood. I played in those woods all my life, and I really look forward to it being some new life down there.
Awesome, thank you. And I'll put this note in. We won the 2021 Rave Award for Favorite Thrift Store the second year in a row. So thank you for adding in the Restore on
So
that.
you were on the Ray Ward as well?
Yes, sir.
So if you see a young guy walking through your the new houses you got, that's Austin putting flyers over there for Artabox. Thank you so much again. You heard council members, and most importantly, we preach partnerships. Thank you all so much for your partnership in this community. Thank you for believing in Danville. Thank you so much.
I'm sorry,
Councilman,
Dr. Miller was first.
Vice Mayor.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's one more word that's come up. This is a unique thing. This is not only a home and a house, but this is a community you're building.
Absolutely.
And these
Yes.
people will have their own community, which is...
And the community space itself will help bring that togetherness. We're kind of not quite sure yet, maybe some kind of a park or something along those lines. We are doing a brick fundraiser, so we will incorporate a brick walkway through there. If you're interested in that, you can see me or call the Restore for that. But yes, it's definitely a community, and I think it would make a huge difference in this area.
And if I could just chime in real fast, we were doing some planning last night, and just to give you a sneak peek, when you see this neighborhood come together, the style of house, the materials that we're going to use, it's going to look like some brand new subdivision that you would see in any up and coming city like Danville. And it's going to be a place that anybody would be proud to say, this is where my home is in this community.
We appreciate that. Councilman Whittle, did you have a comment?
Specifically, what are you What are you asking council for?
Well, and I know, Dr. Miller, you have been very forthcoming in wanting to volunteer.
Okay.
Unfortunately, COVID hit us, and Habitat International discouraged us asking a lot of volunteers. So if there's a group of volunteers and any of you all with council or with your working establishments or friends or family, obviously that's the case. I've worked with Earl for many times, and we've done some things through housing and development, has given us grant funds through the CDBG and home funds. So those things are a great help to us as well to continue.
Asking for.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, thank you.
Funding and volunteering are the big keys.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
Habitat is very volunteer driven, so we look forward to lots of people coming and helping in on this project.
Councilman Vogler.
Mayor, I just wanted to chime in, and Madison just gave me an idea. I think maybe City Council ought to spend a few days out there helping build one of these houses.
Count me in.
I think
You
it'd be good.
count me.
Volunteer sometime.
Love to
We
have
do
you
it
all.
as a group. I think it'd be
So you
good.
got
That
it.
day.
Thank you.
All right,
There we
I
go.
will get my construction coordinator to get in touch with you.
Contact, leave, I as mayor appoint Lee Vogel as our contact person.
Second motion.
Thank you again
Thank you
to your
so
board
much.
members. Thank you all so much for taking our time to be here tonight. I'm hearing so many wonderful things in regards to education being our #1 priority and how everyone who's coming to this podium is chiming in, how they're helping us to make this our #1 priority. Thank you all so much. Thank you. Have a
Thank
great
you for
evening.
your
We're still in
time.
communications. Anyone else would like to speak on any item that's not on the agenda may come forward at this time. Please state your name and your address for the record. Good evening to you, sir.
Hello, good evening, council. My name is Rusty Lovell. I'm with the Southside Area Tennis Association. Just wanted to speak a little bit and let you know about some positive things going on in the community and what our organization has been able to accomplish since its inception over the last 4 years. Southside Area Tennis Association is a nonprofit formed in 2016 by a group of tennis enthusiasts from Danville, Pennsylvania County, and surrounding communities of Martinsville and South Boston. We are a 501c3 with a mission to build character, community, academic success, and active living through this lifelong sport of tennis. There's been two main culprits in leading this organization. We have several amazing members that are on the board that handle the administrative and executive portion.
Are they here tonight?
They are. If they'd
Please
like
stand.
to
Please
raise
stand.
their hands, stand.
Please stand.
There we go.
Let's give them a hand.
Yep. There's two coaches that have been leading that battle out on the tennis court. One is myself. Once again, my name is Rusty Lovell. I'm originally from Martinsville, Virginia. Played collegiately at Radford. Just returned back to the area from the West Coast about 5 years ago. And during that time of moving back home, I always really wanted to solve the problem of having a great tennis culture and a great tennis program where you could go and follow your dreams to play collegiate tennis. Unfortunately, I had to move away when I was in high school to get good at the sport. Didn't really have the opportunity in this area. The program wasn't there. So that's what we kind of set out to fix. And along the way, we saw an opportunity to build community and maybe even impact these kids who are encouraging them to go to college and just set their sights high. So we've really added the educational piece to the growth of tennis in order to make sure we're serving that community not only through just a sport, but also just opening up doorways for the rest of their lives as well. So not just myself, but Coach Eddie Blackburn, who couldn't be here tonight. He's really kind of the heart and soul of the program as well. He's an interesting story because he grew up in Arthur Ashe's first National Junior Tennis and Learning Program in Philadelphia. And he just happened to be an asset that was in this community. They came out to the courts and saw what we were doing at GW High School and wanted to be a part of it. And this is like a lifelong dream for him to be a part of something like this. He was amazed at what we're doing, the amount of kids that we had going, and just the life values that we were instilling through the sport of tennis. And he said it was right up his alley, and this is exactly what changed his life and got him off the streets in Philly and led him to getting a college scholarship to play tennis. He later on served in the U.S. military, and he's just had tennis be a part of his life and open up so many doors for 40 some odd years now. So between me and Coach Eddie, we're kind of like leading the battle. Also, as I mentioned before, our board is absolutely outstanding. They work nonstop to just help us impact youth in this community like no other. So I just would like to really give them a thank you as well for all the good things they're doing. And just a few things, I mean, why does tennis work in Danville? You know, that was probably the biggest question. Why tennis and why here? First of all, quick start tennis, which is a new format for playing the sport, involves portable nets and foam balls, so it's really easy to get started going now, especially if you're a young child. Not many sports can you get out there and be able to rally and learn a sport and truly be competent at it, you know, within just a few months. And so this new format of playing tennis has really made it a lot of fun for kids, and even adults are having a blast getting out there and playing on these small nets in gymnasiums when it's cold outside and continuing their tennis year-round. So it's really a lot of fun and a great way to get young kids going. It's a lifelong sport, unlike many other sports. Once you get out of high school, you're not seeing a lot of people get together for tackle football or, you know, for even baseball. It's just hard to get so many kids together. Lifelong sport of tennis, as long as you got a backboard like we did at GW or like we do at Blue Park, you can go out, get a workout. If you can find one other person to play with, you're going to have somebody to be healthy with. You know, we have citizens still playing in their 80s, so we think it's a great fit for that. Also, with the fear of concussions, we think tennis is a really good fit for that and just keeping our youth safe, you know, and like I say, keeping them active and keeping them healthy without having to worry about concussions is really important these days. It's on parents' minds. We have 17 free public courts in Danville. They're all out there, and you can use them anytime you want. So that's another reason why tennis has been able to grow so much in this area. No team needed. We talked about that. Everyone gets to play. In our leagues, in our tournaments, in our camps, every kid gets to play. There's nobody sitting the bench. Okay, so that's super important, especially when you're trying to learn the character values of tennis. You got to be able to play. If you're riding the bench, like I know I did, dreaming of being a basketball player when I was a teenager, you know, tennis, you're not experiencing that. Everybody's getting to play and getting to grow through this sport. We put free racket bins at all the public courts in the area. So Blue Park, GW High School, Bonner Middle School, we put free racket bins that any kid can go up and access and borrow and put back when they're done playing anytime. We put free tennis balls in there as well. Now, yes, those rackets do get stolen, but we knew that would happen. We prepared for that, and we just keep putting them back in there. So we're getting ready to make another racket drive and put more rackets in those bins to fill them up, to get families out there playing more. We also have great case studies nearby that show tennis exploding and how it's a really good sport to, at the grassroots level, to get families playing together and just get more people active. So we have nearby Burlington, who now has a 12-court facility that the city sponsored, and they have a city-sponsored program that's really doing great things in that area. Also nearby in Madison, Mayodan, they're also having a great tennis program that's experiencing a real surge in the community. So there are models that are nearby with similar demographics that do really work. SATA has succeeded in the last 4 years. Just to note some of the successes, we were approved to go into all the DPS schools 4 years ago. We were the only sport that I know of at that time that were going into the schools and reaching kids at the elementary age level and the middle school age level. We were serving Woodbury Hills, Bonner Middle School, Westwood Middle School, amongst others. And so we were able to actually see 400 kids each week and bring tennis and educational enrichment to those kids in the PE classes. So that was something that really helped us grow the sport, being able to do that. It's been COVID safe year round, right? So tennis naturally is COVID safe. We've been also instituting policies to keep people spread out, and it's outdoors most of the time. So it's really experienced a lot of growth due to just its naturally being COVID safe. So that's helped out quite a bit. We now have youth and adult team tennis leagues in this region, which has never been done. 115 adults and youth are playing in our leagues every spring and fall. So that's something we're really proud of, and it took us several years to build up to that. SATA was recognized, similar to the Arthur Ashe program, as a national junior in tennis tennis and learning program through the United States Tennis Association. So we are accredited and recognized with that. And with that, we started a new program last year at Danville Community College where we teach tennis to 20 underserved youth, and they get educational enrichment provided by the Institute of Advanced Learning and Research, as well as an essay writing contest. And we actually have one of our juniors win a regional essay writing contest and get recognized by the USTA Mid-Atlantic section for that. We were also able to provide 7,620 books to the Danville Public Schools last summer. So that was over a couple $100,000 in value of books that we were able to give to DPS last year. How did we do it? Well, we had a diverse and caring coaching staff of 8 instructors who just really care about kids and really like to see families getting together. That's what it started with. Tennis was secondary. We have over 20 volunteers that are out there every week helping kids, encouraging them, working on the courts, giving them tips, trying to help them, learn this sport. We've also had a lot of sponsors and donors that really had a willingness to support school programming and provide scholarships for underserved youth and adults. What's next for SATA? Well, we just went through a DRF strategic planning process. Out of that was a result of a 5-year strategic plan that we think is really going to help us get to the next level. Also, I was recently asked to speak at a United States Tennis Association meeting about our success with Parks and Rec. We've been able to have a really good relationship with Parks and Rec. We're serving their youth and their after-school programs, and they've been able to allow us to use their facilities or whatnot to put on our programming. So we've had a really great relationship with Parks and Rec, so we just shared some of those successes nationally with the USTA. Also, we have an elementary league going on right now with 45 elementary kids are meeting every Friday to play a match at Sacred Heart Gymnasium. So we have a wave of future tennis players that are coming up, already starting at the elementary age group. It's really awesome to see. We're also starting a 7-week adult tennis clinic that'll give a free racket to any adult that wants to participate in this. So once again, just trying to make that pathway easy and just get people out there being healthy and active. Lastly, we will be having a spring break tennis camp, and that tennis camp is targeting kids that are in the public schools who aren't going on vacation during spring break, have nothing else to do. So we scholarship probably 70% of, say, 30 kids, 40 kids that we'll have out for that. 20, 25 of them will be on scholarship just because there's a lot of kids that aren't going anywhere for spring break and they need something to do for that week. So we do a week-long spring break tennis camp that we did last year for them. We intend to do that again this year, as well as other summer camps. So just wanted to let y'all know there are some awesome grassroots things happening in our community. We see tennis, it's really been a surprise, but we see different segments of this community getting involved through this sport. I've seen people, getting job opportunities through what's going on out there. See kids that otherwise wouldn't be hanging out with each other that are like on teams together, and you really just see something really special happening. So just want to let y'all know out there, out of all the great things that we have been able to accomplish, one of the bad things is we don't market ourselves and we don't talk about all the things that are happening. So this was the first step in doing that, so I appreciate y'all's time.
Well, let me just say, you were very modest, because on every Tuesday, I have witnessed the young people that you're bringing in from Housing Authority over to DCC, to that tennis court. And on Tuesdays, the number of young people that you're leading and guiding those young people has been astounding. So I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Just to let those of you who are sitting here know, the reason that I'm letting these presentations go, our agenda is very short. I'll have you all out of here quick. But these partnerships are very important to this council. In education, and when you speak about the things that you're doing with education and our young people, and the partnerships that you formed, the partnerships that Austin has formed, Dr. Mickles and Dr. Hairston, this is what we're about. And I want to say to you and your committee, to Habitat, to your committee, on behalf of council, we want to thank you all so much. Councilman Saunders.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The gentleman did say that people in their 80s will be playing tennis.
Yes, sir.
So Dr. Miller and I would like to challenge you and Mr. Buckner, okay, to a match.
Game
We
on.
will be 40 and you guys will be love.
and we'll meet you at the DCC, the court that I'm familiar with. Councilman Mayo.
They're not going to make it. But great job. I was just listening to you, how you really get out in our community. And that's what has to happen, when it comes to our youth, meeting them where they at and not them coming to you momentarily. So good job, and keep that up right there, because that's what it means. You're trying to reach one, you're trying to reach them all, and you're going in every aspect of the city trying to do that. And I definitely want to give you your kudos on that. Appreciate it.
Again, thank you to you and your board. Again, thank you all so much for all that you do.
Mr. Mayor, can I make one quick comment,
Please.
please? This is one good way to keep crime down in our youth. I commend you also, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate
Thank you again. Thank you for being here.
Thank you,
We're still in
Council.
communications. Any citizen desire to speak on any item that's not on the agenda, you may come forward at this time. Any other citizen that would like to speak on any item that's on the agenda may come forward at this time.
This is not NAACP. I need Sandy Saunders to join me. Sandy.
Before you go, Robert David. Can somebody get Robert David, please? Go ahead, Tommy.
Yes. I would just like to say thank you to the mayor and to all the city council members who attended. We are board members of the Danville Museum. And today was the kickoff. And if you don't know, Danville became a member of the United States Civil Rights Trail as of today. And I would just like to say thank you to all the members of TEN. We have so many programs this month for the museum with a big tour on the 18th. Please look on our website. And I would just like to say thank you, all of you all who got up early and was there at 10 o'clock, and my board members, we all work together. Sandy?
And before you pass on, Austin left me a shirt for you when you can pick it up.
I got one, but
I owe you that.
I got one, but I'll take that one as well. You good? You need something?
Thank you all so much. Thank you. Robert David, come up, please. The city of Danville is proud to recognize Project Imagine was recognized nationally. And Robert, you want to tell them a little bit about that? This is huge. With all the good news that we have tonight, this is huge. And Robert, thank you so much for the great job that you're doing and all that you and your team are doing.
Thank you. Sorry I didn't hear you. I was hustling like always. Was trying to make
I saw you. Trying to form another partnership. I saw you.
You know. So what this is about is the Urban Institute, who does research. They did a study, I think it started back in 2018, and they finished in 2021, of innovative community violence intervention programs across the country. And so Project Imagine Danville was picked as one of those programs. They did the study. And so from that study, they created a guide, and they chose 14 out of the United States, and we were one of them. And so what that says is it's evidence-based, and it basically, they took those 14 models, and they created a guide. So anyone in the country any municipality who's struggling with gang violence or something like that, they can take that guide and pick one of those models. And as we know, there's more Danvilles in the United States than there are New York cities. So there's a lot more smaller cities that could take what we've done here and apply to at least the principles. Maybe have different methods, but the principles, what we've done. So I'm really excited to be, in the ranks to see Danville in the ranks with New York and Houston and LA and all these cities we've heard about. And I've been to some conferences, and they kind of snubbed their nose at us, but I think in Danville that day's ending. That's right. Because we're doing work on every level. So excited about that.
You want to extend an invitation to those other cities to come by and visit your office so you can help them?
I'm not going to tease them, but we right up there.
Great. Thank you, Rob. Let's give him another hand. Great job. We're still in communications. Anyone else desire to speak on any item that's not on the agenda, you may come forward this time. Please state your name and your address for the record. Good evening to you, sir.
Good
Good evening.
My name is Danny Brown, and I'm actually a resident of North Carolina. I'm from Greensboro, North Carolina, and I'm a general contractor, unlimited wastewater, sewer. So I'm here looking at a project in Danville. It's called Cross Creek. Yes. This here, I think, I'm not familiar with this area too much, but I was listening to all of the presentations and so forth, and I am a member of the Habitat Board out of Greater Greensboro, and I'm a member of the Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors as well. And I'm looking to set up possibly an office here in Danville.
Welcome home.
Thank you, sir. And I'm liking what I'm hearing so far, so I think y'all on the right track, and I'm looking to, you know, hopefully stimulate the local economic development in your area if I can get the opportunity. But I don't want to take any time. I just wanted to introduce myself, and I came up on some business, and I was like, you know, while I'm here, let's get something to eat. And you know, then I heard about the city council meeting. I said, well, let's go check it out. And so I just wanted to, you know, introduce myself and let you know that I'm possibly going to be moving the office here from Greensboro to Danville.
You got some people with you tonight?
Yes, I bought.
Tell them to stand up, please.
Okay.
Look, y'all.
I'll let them introduce themselves.
I just want to tell them the same.
I don't want to steal the thunder.
Tell them the same thing I told you. Welcome home. Introduce them.
Jeffrey Moore, he's the gentleman that I came up to look at the Cross Creek development. How many houses do you have in your development?
67 lots.
67 lots and I think with some townhomes that she's going to do. Yep. And then this is Mr. Jim Key, ex-city council member from the city of Greensboro.
Welcome y'all. Thank you all so much. And we're going to probably need one of you all on our team when you get your office here, because I think we've been challenged by Councilman Saunders. So will you join our team with Dennis, please?
Mr. Key is, I'm the booth
Again,
guy.
I hope you felt welcome, and I appreciate you all for being here tonight. And thank you so much for inviting us to dinner.
Yes, sir.
We're still in communications. Anyone else who desires to speak on any item that's not on the agenda may come forward at this time. Anyone else who would like to speak on any item that's not on the agenda may come forth at this time. Under minute meetings, Council, what's your pleasure? Councilman Buckner?
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the minutes from the regular council meeting held on January 4th, 2022.
Second by Councilman Campbell. Discussion of the motion. Madam Clerk, if you would call the roll, please.
Mr. Buckner?
Aye.
Reverend Campbell?
Aye.
Mr. Hood?
Aye.
Mayor Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Mayo?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Miller?
Aye.
Mr. Saunders?
Aye.
Mr. Vogler?
Aye.
Mr. Whittle?
Aye.
Under new business, consideration of amending Chapter 41 of Danville City Code to address differential yards on corner lots. I open the public hearing. Anyone who desires to speak on this agenda item may come forward at this time. Anyone who desires to speak on this agenda item may come forward at this time. I close the public hearing. Councilman Vogler.
Yes, Mayor, I move we adopt an ordinance amending and reordaining Chapter 41 entitled Zoning Ordinance of the Code of the City of Danville, Virginia, 1986, as amended, more specifically, various sections and subsections of Article 2 entitled General Regulations, Article 3 entitled Zoning Districts, and Article 15 entitled Definitions to address differential yards on corner lots.
Second by Councilman Mayo. Discussion of the motion. Madam Clerk, if you would call the roll, please.
Reverend Campbell?
Aye.
Mr. Hood?
Aye.
Mayor Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Mayo?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Miller?
Aye.
Mr. Saunders?
Aye.
Mr. Vogler?
Aye.
Mr. Whittle?
Aye.
Mr. Buckner?
Aye.
Consideration of rezoning 1113 Franklin Turnpike. I open the public hearing. Anyone who desires to speak on this agenda item may come forward at this time. Anyone who desires to speak on this agenda item may come forward at this time. I close the public hearing. Councilman Campbell.
Mr. Mayor, I move for the adoption of ordinance rezoning 1113 Franklin Turnpike, parcel IDS 70167, 70166, and 70046 from the N-C neighborhood commercial to conditional HR-C highway retail commercial.
Second by Councilman Buckner. Discussion of the motion. Madam Clerk, call the roll, please.
Mr. Hood?
Aye.
Mayor Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Mayo?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Miller?
Aye.
Mr. Saunders?
Aye.
Mr. Vogler?
Aye.
Mr. Whittle?
Aye.
Mr. Buckner?
Aye.
Reverend Campbell?
Aye.
Consideration of amending Chapter 41 of Danville City Code regarding medical cannabis dispensing facilities. I open the public hearing. Anyone who would like to speak on this agenda item may come forward this time. Please state your name and your address for the record, and good evening to you, sir.
Good evening. My name is John Puvak. I'm an attorney out of Roanoke, Virginia, representing the applicant. I don't have to give a presentation tonight, but this is sort of a continuation of something the City Council did back in July. We've continued to refine our plans and gave a robust presentation to the Planning Commission. They found support, so we'd ask for your approval.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Anyone else would like to speak on this agenda item may come forward at this time. Anyone else would like to speak on this agenda item may come forward at this time. I close the public hearing. Councilman Buckner.
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion that we approve an ordinance amending Chapter 41 entitled Zoning Ordinance of the Code of the City of Danville, Virginia, removing cannabis dispensing facilities as permitted use in the NC zoning district, allowing cannabis dispensing facilities as permitted as uses only in the HRC zoning district, and amending the definition of cannabis dispensing facilities to include all cannabis products.
Second by Councilman Whittle. Discussion of the motion. Councilman Whittle. Speaking to your microphone, please.
Thank you. So if it's permitted use only in the HRC zoning district, would that be, we have a river district.
So your question is, will that be permitted in a river district?
Yeah,
would
again,
it be permitted in a river district?
if it's going to be holistic, then is that, that's tobacco warehouse district versus a HRC?
Right, so this would not allow it in any of the properties in the river district unless they're zoned HRC, and I'm not aware of any that are.
Okay.
Any more? Anyone else? Madam Clerk, thank you. Madam Clerk, call the roll, please.
Mayor Jones.
Aye.
Mr. Mayo.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Miller.
Aye.
Mr. Saunders.
Aye.
Mr. Vogler.
Aye.
Mr. Whittle.
Aye.
Mr. Buckner.
Aye.
Reverend Campbell.
Aye.
Mr. Hood.
Aye.
Consideration of releasing the existing lien and associated collection costs affecting parcel number 25163 on Gray Street. Council, what's your pleasure? Councilman Buckner.
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion that we approve a resolution approving and authorizing the release of the city-held lien against a real property identified as parcel number 25163 Gray Street to facilitate its sale.
Second by Councilman Mayo. Discussion of the motion. Councilman Whittle.
So we're going to put it up for $1,000. Sorry.
So in this case, it's related to a demolition. It's been in collections, and I think this is probably the best strategy forward to get some money for it. A third party will purchase it, and we will get 100% of the sales proceeds.
But I guess I read it, they'll pay $1,000 for it, and then
They will pay $1,000 to us directly, and
Okay.
at that point, we will release the lien.
Okay, and then it just goes on the open market, or is there somebody there to purchase it, or?
The purchaser will actually be paying like us directly rather than the owner of the property, and then in order to facilitate that sale, we'll release the lien.
Okay, so then we'll just pick up the spread, whatever difference is. Thank you.
Anyone else? Thank you so much. Madam Clerk, call the roll, please.
Mr. Mayo.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Miller.
Aye.
Mr. Saunders.
Aye.
Mr. Vogler.
Aye.
Mr. Whittle.
Aye.
Mr. Buckner.
Aye.
Reverend Campbell.
Aye.
Mr. Hood.
Aye.
Mayor Jones.
Aye. Under item E, consideration to amend the fiscal year 2020 budget appropriation ordinance for state aviation capital grant funding. Councilman Saunders.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I move an ordinance amending fiscal year 2022 budget appropriation ordinance to provide for additional state aviation funding for the purpose of completing airport terminal building renovation in the amount of $834,929 plus a local share in the amount $227,321 to be provided through the fiscal year 2022 issuance of bonds for capital and special projects and appropriating same.
Second by Councilman Buckner. First reading. Consideration of amending the fiscal year 2022 budget appropriation ordinance for litter control and recycling grant funds. Councilman Mayo. Councilman Mayo. Did I see your hand?
No, you didn't see
Councilman Buckner. Councilman Vogler.
Yes, Mayor, I move we adopt an ordinance amending the fiscal year 2022 budget appropriation ordinance to anticipate grant funds from the Commonwealth of Virginia for litter control and recycling efforts in the amount of $12,124 and appropriating same first reading.
Now I saw your hand. Councilman, second by Councilman Mayo. First reading. Communication, City Manager.
I have nothing this evening, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Deputy City Manager. Thank you, sir. City Attorney. Thank you, sir. City Clerk.
Sir.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mr. Mayo?
Yes, Mayor. Thank you. It was a great night tonight, seeing so many who would come out to introduce so many things, and I have to say to our friend, our colleague, our leader, our hero, Sherman, it's getting what you're getting is well deserved because of what you have done and what you have represent in our city. I must say, he is a big reason why I'm here in the position that I'm in, because I watched him for so long. And like you said with Dr. King, I also said I want to be like Sherman. And so I want to give you your flowers and let you know that everything and just watching you just brings tears to my eyes, and because of what you have done and starting on council and being the leader that you are. We listen to him, ladies and gentlemen. We follow him. We're going to continue to learn from him. And I want to say congratulations to you on all your achievements and all what you have gotten. And the museum today, seeing Tommy, seeing NAACP and all the council members, that was definitely a remarkable thing to witness and see that what Danville is getting. Danville is getting so much, and we must be proud of what we're doing. Seeing my friend Danny come up from Greensboro. Earl, he's a Pratt brother, and I tell you that. But it's good to see him and your colleagues and what you're doing, what Habitat is doing, and what we just got to be proud of with a school system, with Danville Community College. Let's keep doing what we're doing. I'm always seeing, and I've always witnessed and say, teamwork makes dream work, and we're all being a team in what we do, and when we're together, we can accomplish anything. Let's get ready, Danville. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Mayo. Appreciate that.
Vice Mayor Miller?
Now, a few years ago, I had the privilege of nominating Sherman Saunders to be mayor. I believe in what he does. I believe in what he's done for the city. I don't believe so much in his diet, but that's another issue. But certainly...
Or his football team.
Or his football. Well,
Dr. Miller.
Definitely not his football team.
Dr. Miller, make sure you never give me my compliments, because whatever's behind it, I don't want it. Here's your roses. Here's your...
But it's well deserved, well deserved. A few days ago, I had got to hear the presentation by the Superintendent Hairston. She's holding town hall meetings, with the passage of the school bond and the bond referendums. We're moving ahead with plans to renovate and upgrade the school system, and she gave a talk on the Langston School and the GW School and what that implication would have for the neighborhoods. People hear this and they say, what's it going to mean to us? And I think she did an excellent job of outlining what it would be, the benefit for the neighborhood, the Langston track, the neighborhoods would be involved, and I think it was really a good presentation. She's done several of these. And I was in Richmond last week, and I was on some medical issues, but I also had a chance to speak with our representatives, Delegate Marshall, and also one from Southside, Virginia, happened to be there, Terry Kilgore's from my hometown of Gate City. So I have a little influence with him. But we're trying to get additional funding for the Welcome Center. We took over the promotion of tourism for the county and the city. And so we certainly want to upgrade our Welcome Center and basically upgrade our staff for that because we anticipate an influx of visitors with all the improvements in the resort and the casino. But also there's a lot of good things here that just aren't advertised, and we need to really upgrade that. I came back from visiting my daughter in Memphis, and that's a long drive, 13 hours. But as we came into Virginia, there were a welcome center there, and there were pamphlets and information, and I brought one from Danny Marshall on Southwest Virginia and everything they were doing to promote their area. And there was something from Martinsville and Blacksburg, Freeze, and just every place, Galax, everything but Danville. So we really are behind the 8 ball in our promotion of our area. So I think that's something that we need to put an emphasis on. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Saunders.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just want to say again to the NAACP, thank you so much for this recognition. My wife and I are life members and very, very proud to be. I'd like for ask one of my biker buddies, Big News, will you stand up, please? And I want to say to our Vice Mayor, Dr. Miller, that's beef bologna. Okay? And we know that Dr. Mayor of Washington used to be a Redskin fan. I'd like to thank the mayor for this. It says Sherman Dallas Cowboys. That's the gift, Mr. Vice Mayor. I want you to know that. Big News, also a Dallas Cowboy fan as well. Stand up, Pastor P. No, anybody else is a Dallas Cowboy fan. All right. Thank you all very much. I appreciate that. And Mr. Mayor, thank you.
More than welcome.
My final comment is they need to work on their 2-minute drill at the end of the game. They totally blew it. Ooh.
I don't think I don't know if you saw Shelby when you said a Cowboys fan. Shelby, stand up. Now wave your hand so he can see you.
All right.
Madam Clerk.
Mr. Vogler.
In the world am I going to follow all of that? Mayor, if you had told me earlier today that it would be after 8 o'clock before we even got into the business part of our meeting tonight, I probably would have been a little bit nervous, but I will say that after tonight's meeting, wow, what a blessing. I mean, just on down the line. I won't even try to go through all the names again of everybody and all the different organizations and everything tonight, but my gosh, what a representation of Danville tonight, and the greatness of Danville and the prosperity and the bright future for Danville. It's exciting, and quite frankly, I get just choked up thinking about it because there's a lot of people in this room tonight that have done so much great things for this city and this region for a number of years and are continuing to do so, and those who will continue to do great things long after all of us are gone, and it just warms my heart. And so I was thrilled tonight and to watch all of that, and so I just wanted to start by saying that, and then I've got 2 quick things that I want to mention, and then I'll be done. I've had a lot of folks asking me about since the new company about a year ago took over the bike share program, where the pandemic had negatively impacted the previous company, not here, but nationally they had issues. So we had a new company come in and said, how's it going? How's it going? I won't go through all the numbers, but I will just tell you I got the information earlier today from the city manager and from Bill Screening with Parks and Rec. So in the past 11 months, which is about the time the new company is taken over, in the past 11 months, the Danville Bike Share Program has been used 3,078 times with 1,220 active users. So needless to say, it is doing very well still to this day and continues. And I imagine as we get into the warmer months, we'll continue to do so as well. On a slightly different note, Mr. City Manager, and I'm not catching him off guard, I made him aware earlier, but I do want to ask you.
Why did you look at me?
Well, I'm behaving myself. I want everybody to know I'm being good. If folks may have seen in the news or noticed as you're riding up and down the street, the scooters that are in town now by the company called Bird that are now in the Danville area and wanting to know, what is that? How did they get here? How is it set up? What is the city's arrangement, if any, and all that? So, Ken, if you could maybe just give a quick overview of what all that is for folks who may not know.
The Bird Scooter program, the company approached the city, and I'll give credit to the city attorney's office, and I think specifically Ryan Dodson for taking point on negotiating an agreement with Bird to be allowed to operate within the city limits of Danville. And it's basically a right-of-way use agreement where we say, you can be in these areas, you can't be in those areas. There's a lot of specifics. It's several pages long. At the end of the day, they're starting off a little slow. I mean, just kind of tentatively putting out a few just to see how it goes. If it goes well, they might add more. But the part of the agreement, which was negotiated with them, is that the city will share revenue that they get from any users as well. So I think we negotiated a good agreement. The staff from the city attorney's office working with Public Works and Parks and Recreation and others to make sure that we were looking at the best practices throughout Virginia, what other cities were doing, and making sure that we had a good agreement. So we feel very good about it, and I was happy to sign off on all the work that the others have done to put that together and negotiate that deal.
And to circle back real quick, so a private company is bringing a service here, the city is paying nothing, and actually the city will get some revenue from it?
Yes, we don't know how much revenue, but it'll be something, so we get a percentage or a portion of the rides, the revenue generated from the rides, and really what we're allowing is just for them to operate, and they have to be on a sidewalk somewhere, usually parked, and we worked with them to select which areas they should be located so that they wouldn't be in the way of other things that are happening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Whittle?
Sure, I guess if it's Sherman's night, it's Sherman's night. I had to sit beside him when we first got on council, and it was something following that rascal. And but as I got on council, he would continue to say, "Put it out there," because he got tired of me leaning in and me whispering all these things. So it was a good learning curve for me. So. A few years ago, I made a rookie mistake, but it was a mistake, and I called him because it meant a lot for me to know that I had blown it, and he said, "Look, that from this point forward, we don't have to think about that. We're going to move on to the next thing," and that's the deep part of the man. And that's what I appreciate, Chairman. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Mr. Buckner?
Yeah, Sherman never, ever, ever disappoints. I tell you that. Called him many, many occasions. We've had lots of fun conversation, trips together, and the things I've learned from you, I will forever cherish and I use on a daily basis. You're a wealth of knowledge. Anybody that would like to talk to Sherman, I'm sure he'll be happy to give you his cell phone number. If you have any questions to Life's Answers, Mr. Saunders is always there to help, and I can't thank you enough for leading me and guiding me and helping me become the councilman that I have become under your leadership and your guidance and your just the things that you've taught me along the way. I don't know if I tell you it often enough, but I do learn quite a bit from you. And I've learned several things from you, and I look forward to being in your ear for many more years to come. The last two things on the agenda tonight, Mayor, I know they were first readings, but I'd like to speak on them if I may.
Sure.
The first thing that it was item E is about the budget appropriation for the airport and the upfit that's coming to the airport. Lots of folks that know that Caesars is coming to Danville. That's a great thing. We know that we all know that's a great thing. We also know that Caesars has their own planes and they fly folks here and there. These improvements to the airport they've been way overdue, I feel like. We're going to update it, make it more modern, bring it into this century. And there are lots of other companies, lots of other folks, lots of people fly in and out of our airport that some may, if you knew, it would probably blow your mind. Folks stop in and use our airport from all over the world, all walks of life. So I'm really happy to see this coming about, and I'll be more than happy to support this when it comes past us. The other thing that we were talking about was item F, which is recycling. And this is something that means a lot to me and my family, and we recycle through the city. We also do our part to recycle anywhere we're at. My wife, God bless her, she recycles. She brings her recycling home from work and puts it in our recycling bin just to make sure that it goes in the right place. In the near future, I would love for us as a council to bring up in a work session, if we may, The possibility of offering recycling to businesses in the area in one way or another, if it's something that we can help facilitate a contract through a much larger provider that's able and willing to take on a much bigger task than what ours can handle. I think it's something that we should all consider. And recycling really saves a ton of money for all of us. It cuts back on your products that you buy. The things that you use are lots and lots of things that we use on a daily basis are recycled. And I just think it's a great thing. And I really would love to offer that opportunity to our local businesses if it's at all possible. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, if I can very quickly, and thank you, Mr. Buckner, for those very, very kind words. To my friends and others, Buckner is also a biker as well. With regard to those nice things that you said about me, I've already signed my will.
Darn. I take none of it back.
Madam Clerk.
Reverend Campbell?
Yes. Tonight has been a very interesting, fun night to feel the synergy and the growth of Danville, where we are and where we're going. It's just exciting. And I'm very thankful. I remember for myself, when we first got on City Council 14 years ago, it's such a big difference. And I want to commend our city manager and City Council, our mayor, and the citizens of Danville, how we have come together as a teamwork to move this city forward. And it feels real good for the prosperity that we're having now and the major prosperity that is coming forth in our community. And I just thank God so much because we can already see that one of my major concerns is we are policymakers being here on council, but my dream is to, any kind of way to make sure that prosperity is shared in all areas of the community. And that's important because this is one way of keeping crime down. And see the initiatives now for our young people, Mr. Mayor. And I know what's in your heart and Lee's heart and many of the councilmen's heart, because this is the future of our city. We don't want to see our kids, Dr. Hairston, to live here with their mind that they don't want to come back. We want to make sure they understand that this is a good place. This is a great place, and we are moving forward. Now, Mr. BLT. Sherman and I, he's very close to me. I thank God that he is the patriot, and that he is way before me, and thank God. But we have learned so much, and even that he allowed me to pick on him sometimes. And for me, Mr. Mayor, when I pick on somebody, it means that I really care for you, and it's very special. But on my birthday, some people laid me out because I said it was Sherman back in the 70s. But you're special to me, Sherman. We have learned so much together, and I'm just excited that we have one of the best city council teams anywhere you could find in this world. You know, to have the administration, the teamwork that we have. Not that we always agree, but we know how to disagree, to come out and agree, and to move forward. So it's exciting to me to see where we are and where we are going. For I think that Danville is the greatest city in the world. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.
And thank you also, and that was not the New England Patriots, okay? It's Dallas Cowboys.
Well, I'm not going to hold that against you. We're still thinking about the future.
Okay, I'm sorry, Mr. Mayor.
No, you're fine. I'm watching like a tennis match. Madam Clerk.
Mr. Hood?
Excuse me. If I may, I would like to hit my refresh button tonight on some highlights of what we've seen tonight, because this has definitely been a stellar, awesome night for our city of Danville. I want to give a shout out to the Motorcycle Club, your colleagues, and Mrs. Saunders, Dr. Mickles, excuse me, Tommy Bennett with the NAACP, Miss Shelby Urban, I want to give a shout out also to Southside Area Tennis Association, the Otterbots, Habitat for Humanity, and for our great museum becoming on the U.S. Civil Rights Trail. And also, I want to acknowledge again our Honorable Sherman Saunders. Quick story, I guess it's been 20 years now where I was hungry for everything, but I was hungry for community. I actually developed my own community center. It was, at that time, you couldn't tell me anything I couldn't do. I just had a drive, I was gonna do everything. And I remember in an interview you were telling me, you said, well, how long are you gonna go before you want people to acknowledge exactly what you're doing? I said, well, I want to continue to build and let the city know who I am first. And you said, we appreciate that, but it's been over 10 years. So I said, well, maybe I need to go. But under the guidance and influence of yourself and our Honorable Mayor, Alonzo Jones, that has influenced me to be of service, to take it a different step. So I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Dr. Harrison, I didn't get a chance to acknowledge you yet, but I was waiting on that because this past Thursday, I was invited to George Washington High School to speak to 2 classes that wanted to hear my story in the ACE program. And this city's students are thriving just to hear them. I got to give a shout out to Corey Williams, whom I sat back the first 30 minutes and just watched his interaction with his students and understand that our future is in good hands. In spite of however or whatever, we have a promising future with these students here in Danville. And I just want to give a shout out again to Danville Public Schools and for us to continue to be in support of that. And I also want to give a shout out to my man Robert back there with Project Imagine. But we are definitely thriving as a city. It encourages me every day. I read every day. Someone got me a book, Mastering Council Meetings. So I am here to follow my colleagues and just really let you all know that even behind the scenes, I'm able to contact each one of them and our mayor, as well as our city manager and deputy city manager. And it is a humbling experience to be up under their tutelage, and it only makes me thrive for more. So if I can be that influence to some of our youth in the city who may see a different way, I definitely want to be there for it, because when you follow the likes of everybody here, from our city clerk to our city attorney, when you follow this city and what we have going on, it's not that we're just pandering to this city. We're literally giving you a blueprint of exactly how big a small city could be. So I'm thankful for everyone here. I'm going to continue to lean on you, Mr. Saunders, and of course you, Honorable Mayor. And here recently, I've been leaning more on Dr. Miller here. So
watch what you eat. Watch what you eat.
Absolutely, absolutely. But I'm just here to say thank you all again. And Danville, we are one and we are thriving. So I look forward to continuing that throughout with everyone. Thank you.
I owe you all an apology. To the audience here, to those of you watching, I told you the meeting would be quick, but everybody had a sermon tonight. And I'm just going to end it this way. Dr. Harrison, I did not get an opportunity to ask the Danville Education Department, Danville Public Schools. I see some persons there. Please stand. Let us welcome you, please. Please stand. They don't want to stand. Please stand. They're tired. They didn't worked all day long. Thank you all so much for all you do. I'm just going to close by simply saying to our guests from out of town, thank you all so much. Sherman taught all of us something, but I'm just going to close by saying this, because I tried to get you all out of here earlier. There was a story of a young girl who went on to be in a pageant, and she, the other night, jumped off the building, and it was saddened. I was very saddened by it. And I'm just going to share this with everybody here. You never know what a person is going through that's sitting beside you, and they wear that smile every day. They ride those motorcycles every day. They build those houses at Habitat every day. They go into the school system every day. They go into the superintendent's office every day. They go into the city manager's office every day. They go to the city clerk's office every day. They go to the city attorney's office every day. They go to the deputy city manager's office every day. And they sit on council every day. And they go to DCC and be president every day. but you never know what they're going through. And so I want to share this with Sherman shared. Everybody talked about what Sherman shared. And I hope those of you watching, especially young people, I hope you take this message that he gave me. When I became mayor, I'm not going to talk about the negative, when I became mayor, Dr. Harrison, Dr. Mickles, I wish I'd have known you all because I didn't know all that was coming with it. But I remember Sherman said something to me, and this is the lesson that he taught me, and I hope all of you young people take this. He said, always remember, today's news is yesterday's old news. What they're saying today doesn't matter because tomorrow will be something totally new. And one of the things that I always share with young people, Brian, because everybody knows that I love going to the range. I don't have a motorcycle. I love going to the range. And I tell people all the time, it's hard to hit a moving target. If you're doing something, keep doing it. And if you ever at the range with me, it's the hardest thing to do is hit a moving target. It's easy to hit a target that's standing still. But if you keep moving, keep doing what you're doing. And I encourage everybody here tonight, you've heard all the wonderful things that's going on in the city, and those of you watching and listening, as the mayor of the city, please just simply reach out to someone and just say, don't just say, how you doing? Wait on their response. Don't just walk past because we do it. We say, good morning, good morning. Wait on their response. And maybe pull them to the side and say, how you really doing? What can I do? How can I help? Because we never know. That person that may want to jump off the building might be right next to us. And the words that we say and the love that we have in our heart can make a difference. The Bible said the strong shall bear the infirmities of the weak. And when I'm weak and Buck, you strong, lift me up, brother. Lift me up. And I thank you for always, you and your wife. Thank you. It meant so much to me. When people was all kinds of stuff, you always call. You said, I don't care what it is. I want to know, are you okay? And I'll never forget that. Dr. Harrison, keep up the great work. Dr. Mickles, Lord bless her heart. Dr. Mickles told us today we got 1,000 things going on, but we're going to get them down to 100. Please, Ken, keep up the good work. And if there's anything that your city council can do for you, please feel free to reach out to us. I tell people all the time, if you allow yourself to be a garbologist, then you're going to allow trash to be thrown at you each and every day. Don't allow yourself to be a garbologist. On that note, we are adjourned.